That day a very strange patient arrived at the dental clinic. He kept screaming in pain, but after carefully examining him, Jack found nothing wrong. With no other options, he prescribed the patient some painkillers, and told him to return for a follow-up the next day. However, as Jack was preparing to leave work, he was shocked to find that the patient's saliva contained several wriggling worms. When he picked up the filter to take a closer look, it was covered in countless worms. Jack felt a wave of nausea and immediately threw it into the trash. Then a thought struck him. Could these worms be the cause of the patient's toothache? He magnified the patient's x-ray. Sure enough, at the base of the gums, he found numerous similar worms. Jack had never encountered anything like this before. He rushed to the library to look it up. That was when he discovered these were terrifying parasitic creatures known as toothworms. They lived near the gums, built nests, laid eggs, and could even migrate to the eyes and brain. Jack felt a chill run down his spine. At that moment, a nurse from the hospital called him. She told him that the patient from yesterday had returned, and this time, he seemed to be in even more pain. Jack hesitated outside the operating room, too afraid to go in, but as the nurse urged him, he had no choice but to gear up and enter. He injected the patient with an anesthetic, then nervously picked up a scalpel and carefully cut open the patient's gums. Inside he extracted several toothworms, but before he could continue, the patient suddenly began convulsing. His eyes turned an unnatural shade of red. Then without warning, he lunged at Jack, biting down hard on his neck. Next he charged toward the nurse. Jack ran for his life, escaping into the next office. But just then, a sharp pain flared inside his own gums. Terrified of becoming infected, he grabbed a drill and pressed it to his teeth. But it was already too late, as the worms burrowed into his eyes. Jack convulsed violently and collapsed onto the floor.